Hello everyone, GiftedSoul here back for another video. In this particular video, I am doing a general reading in regards to how others view you for the sign of Gemini. So if you are a Gemini, have this in other areas of your chart, or you're just here watching to have fun or whatever the case may be, there could still be some messages here for you. So mostly in this video, I will be using independent decks, which are created by people, that will sell on Etsy or maybe Kickstarter, things like that. For right now, just Etsy. I don't have any Kickstarter decks that I know of. I'm really not even sure how Kickstarter works for the most part, but I'll learn more about it later. So anyway, keep getting notifications and it's starting to irritate me. Yeah, while I'm filming, because I weren't getting any until now, but that's the story of my life. So the first deck I'm going to start with, and I will link all of these decks in the description box below. So, and at this point in time, Libra and Aquarius have already been uploaded. Actually, Aquarius may actually be still premiering, but by the time you get this video, that'll all be completely uploaded. So let's see. So I already shuffled the cards here. Actually, all of these decks here have been shuffled. Let's see. All right. So we got Three of Swords. Now, this is why sometimes I do it at night, because you can see it better. But, so, well, actually, let me pull the rest of them first. Okay, so that was just a notification from work. It's only supposed to go off whenever I'm not logged in for a period of time. But for whatever reason, it goes off even when I'm logged in all day. Like, it's really frustrating. But this is the Six of Pentacles. And this is, I think I already told y'all that, but this is a deck I created. All That Glitters Tarot. And you got Knight of Pentacles. So again, this is how others view you. If you don't feel like it resonates, don't take it. Keep in mind, it's for entertainment purposes only, and it's not at all a substitute for any medical, legal, financial, or any other type of advice given to you by a qualified professional. Free will is a way of life, and we're all in control of our own destinies in the end. So yeah, this is how other people view you. Doesn't mean that this is true. Doesn't mean that this has, necessarily any value to it. However, this is just how some people see you. Whether this is how you are in reality or not, this is just the energy that you give off to some people. And again, it won't resonate with every single person completely or even at all. So let's see. So you have Three of Swords, which is talking about you healing from something. It is talking about, like it says, heartache, grief, and loss. So this could even be in regards to like a breakup or something. I feel like maybe I'm seeing that this is some people are feeling that you are easily I feel like some people are feeling that you are easily offended. And it took me a minute to say that, just because I didn't know what word I wanted to use. I didn't know if I wanted to use offended, sensitive. I mean, it's kind of the same thing anyway in this case. So you could be going through something right now and it's kind of showing, and people, are feeling that energy. Even if you're not going through something, people feel like you have had your fair share of heartache and grief and losses. So yeah, yet you still give. This is kind of similar to one of the other air signs that I did starting out. You have the Six of Pentacles, and this is talking about generosity, charity, and I also put investing on this particular card as well, just because my intuition said put investing. But Yeah. Despite that, you still give generously. You are still helping other people. You still give advice. You still do a lot of the things that that a lot of people would expect for a heartbroken person not to do. So yeah, it's one of the other air signs that this kind of came through in. Um, I can't remember which one. I want to say it might have been um Libra, I think. I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, so you got Knight of Pentacles, and it's saying that people think you work very hard. They think you are very productive. You're very reliable. All right, so we're now going to use my sister's deck, V from V Love and Crystals and V Love and Tarot. Same person, two different channels. I know y'all probably get tired of me saying that, like gifted, we know. However, some people might not know. Not everybody, thinks on the same level. Some people, for example, a lot of stuff passes me by. I have my moments of not knowing certain things either, even when you may think it's obvious. So we all have those moments, right? So yeah, that's why I say that, because she does have two different, channels. So, and she started, she started with V Love and Crystals. But she turned her reaction channel, which I think has like almost 30K subscribers, and she turned that into now her tarot channel for readings and stuff. As far as, she also has a newer channel, and I think it's DJV. I am subscribed. I haven't been able to catch up with those videos, but I will check them out. For like a playlist or something, if I want to start playing music in my videos, I would definitely check, put her on that list. So anyway, she'll be the first one on the list, actually, because I have not made a list. So enough of me talking. I am hearing that maybe some people think that you are very talkative too, while I'm sitting there saying that. Okay, so we have adolescence. And then we have sports and fitness. So this can also go along with the working really hard that I was talking about before. It looks like maybe people feel that you are very fit. Even if you don't see it, they see it. So, because I know sometimes I was in here eating a chicken pot pie. I got crumbs, but just a little something light until I can get something else to eat for now. But for right now, that's what I'm eating. Anyways, I don't think anybody cared, but just random piece of information that I thought people would want to hear for whatever reason. But yeah, people might feel, or yeah, they see that you are fit. Maybe you're into sports or like sports, or it kind of shows that maybe you're pretty active with like your body and maybe your health. For some of you, you could be very good at like basketball or something like that. Or some people may feel that you would be a great sports player. You may be like tall or something, or sorry, I went on ahead and took a bite of my food. But yeah. So adolescence is kind of like another word of saying, or another way of saying like immature. Like not immature as in like a childish type of way, like um throwing water balloons type of childish, um but more like a young-minded person, a person that doesn't have much experience. But what I feel that this is about is that you maybe think young, even if you're not young. You may kind of come across young. You may look young. People feel like you're aging pretty well, I feel. So this is, again, the Who deck. I do have the video I have up now. It is not premiered yet. It is set up for premiere. I do not have the information in the description box of that premiere just yet, but You guys are gonna get this particular video today, which is December 8th. And I think I'm premiering her video, not her video, but my video on her deck, the Who deck. I believe tomorrow or the 10th. So, but that information should be filled in by then. But anyway, let's see. And I'm sorry if I'm smacking because I'm not trying to. But so now, her Winter's Embrace Oracle. Let's see. So I can never say it right. Just, you know what, trust me and just read it. So I feel like this is about giving the same energy. Maybe you're not very one-sided. People see you as a fair person. Loneliness. So people feel like, in this case, I feel like people feel like you don't have to have anybody to be happy. Like, I feel like that's the case here, but then also with this loneliness is that some people may think you could be single. Some people may feel that you may be lonely. Doesn't have to mean like in a romantic sense, but just in general. Maybe you may, or maybe this could be coming through because you feel like this. Maybe you feel like other people think this. Which honestly, when I'm thinking about it now, I think that is the case for most of you. I already shuffled these, so I don't know why I'm shuffling them again. I guess maybe that's the universe is doing. So this is Angel Feather Messages by my friend, Mystic Star Magic. So we got duality. There are two sides to everything. So like I said before, I feel like you're very fair. And then you got the numbers 2222. I feel like you're somebody that everybody can get along with, I feel. And I feel like you are somebody that people trust. Like, you know how you use cameras to kind of, you know, see if anybody's stealing in your home, or, you know, the stores got cameras and stuff. I feel like that's your energy. Like, if you only tell the truth of what actually happened. You don't lie, despite whether or not it will, you know, if it gets you in trouble or not. You are, I feel like, very, very honest. Nature, Archangel Ariel. So you have the nature card here. So people feel like you may be into nature. Maybe you like to meditate. Maybe you may come across as a very grounded person. I don't know if y'all heard that, but that was just me drinking some water. So yeah. So now this is also Mystic Star's Magic other deck. She has several decks, just like B does as well. I think we all have pretty much, well, not pretty much, every deck that I'm showing here. They have like a lot of decks to offer, not just these ones. These are just some of the few that I have. I already shuffled this too. It's weird that I want to shuffle her decks for whatever reason yet again, and I already shuffled them. So this is a Nature's Healing and Meditation Oracle by Mystic Star Magic. And I do shout them out because they are my friends, and whenever they use my decks, they, you know, shout me out too. So yeah, I reciprocate. We reciprocate. All right, so prosper. So I feel like people feel like you're very prosperous. You're very lucky in some ways. Again, this could be how people feel. It doesn't necessarily have to be the case. Nourish. So back to sports and fitness. People feel like you may be very healthy, or you kind of know the ins and outs of what it takes to be healthy and maybe lose weight and things like that. Maybe, hey, people feel like maybe you've lost some weight too. And again, sometimes people see things that we don't see. So, yeah. Because, like, I've had changes myself to where I really wasn't noticing it, but people around me were noticing. Because I know between this last year and I know this year, I'm pretty much average sized, but I've like lost, especially last year when I was like sick before I had to have like my gallbladder removed. Like I lost even more weight during that time, and I wasn't noticing it. I wasn't noticing it until everybody else was pointing it out, and I'm just like, I mean, it was, I guess it was a compliment, but I was like kind of getting irritated because I'm hearing it 24/7. And then my sister, she was telling me this every time she saw me, and it kind of freaked me out. I thought I was like, before, this was before I had to have my gallbladder out. She was telling me this way before I even got sick with that. And so it wasn't due to that. However, around that time, that caused me to lose even more weight. So, but yeah, again, I wasn't really I see it now, but at first I wasn't really paying attention. Speaking of decks, actually, I know I was just talking about something else, but I paused the video. Speaking of, I got a new deck in. It's not, I mean, some of these are decks that I've made a long time ago. I just never either published them or I'm still working on them, type of thing, or haven't purchased my own copies. In this case, I had to edit this one a million times. And this is the first time I'm buying my own copy of it. Anyways, enough about that. Okay. So we got the dream card. So I feel like people see you as somebody that has high hopes. You dream big. And you have like dreams that I feel like they're not necessarily easy to accomplish, but you make things look easy. You make it look easy. Type of thing. I don't know why that's coming through, but okay. So we're moving along to these. So I already shuffled. Now this is from my friend Raya from Virtual Reality 9 Tarot. She has rebranded. I'm gonna have to, I don't have to, but I feel like I have to say this speech anytime I use her decks as well. She's rebranded, so Virtual Reality 9 Tarot, you can still find her. You can still find her under that name, but she has changed her YouTube to Vibe About It Tarot, and she has changed her main Instagram, I believe, to Vibe About It. Her other two Instagrams are still affiliated with the name Virtual Reality 9, or Virtual Reality. I will just link her channel down below in this deck down below. This does have blunt advice. It's called Bitch Please Affirmations. And here I am shuffling again. I wasn't intending. Okay. Sometimes things happen for a reason, y'all. So let's just take it and run with it. Because my purpose in shuffling all of these before the video is I feel like I get better energy that way sometimes. Then on top of that, the videos aren't as long. So yeah. And let me know what you guys want to see. Again, y'all keep giving me crickets now. I do not bite, y'all. I promise. So, okay. I know I've been getting all off, well, not off topic. I reference certain stuff because I feel like it helps. It's not just readings. I do give advice, y'all. So, and some of it is channeled. So again, this is, she has this listed as affirmations, but I feel like you can just use this as a very blunt oracle deck that has advice, does have profanity. So if you don't like that, you might want to either skip the video, because I'm using other decks after this one. Either skip over the video, or you might have to, close out, but I hope you don't. I hope you stay. So don't be a shit talker. Be someone everyone else talks shit about. So I feel like you're not a shit talker. And I feel like a lot of people appreciate that about you. I feel like people, I feel like people know not to mess with you because you don't talk about people, but as soon as you know how to clap back, as soon as somebody starts talking about you, or for a fact they're talking about you, or they say something slick in front of your face, you know how to get down with the get down. So I feel like it's that people try to play on what they feel like is your weakness to make you snap. And I feel like that's the wrong thing, because you have clapbacks for days. Just like my friend Raya here, who's made this deck, she's got clapbacks for days, like for years, in her decks and just her personality in general. So, but yeah, make sure you check out everybody that I've mentioned here. But yeah, that's Raya right there. So, let's see. You may see closed doors in front of you, but all you have to do is push B word. I don't feel like saying that word all day. So I'm gonna shuffle some more because I'm not sure about this other card, but I know this one came out in another reading already. It doesn't mean that it's not meant for you guys. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get too much repetitive energy. Although this is earth signs, air sign, not earth. However, maybe it's in your chart, or maybe it is here though. I wasn't even looking at the table at all when I said this, but you got earth here, you got earth here. So, and you do have cards that are a card within your element too, which is a 3 of Swords. So, within your main element. So, but yeah, so you don't let anything stop you. People feel that you push through situations where most people would just try to give up. I don't feel like you are easy to give up on certain aspirations. And I feel like other people think that you don't take too long to heal either. Even though you got this here, I'm looking at this kind of like a different way. I feel like I'm being called to go back to this card here, and kind of talk about it in reverse. I feel like people feel that you don't stay heartbroken long. I mean, yeah, things suck, life sucks sometimes, but you know how to, you just get over it pretty fast, like in general. Like, you know what you're meant to do, you know what not to tolerate, and you know just how that life goes on. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like you make it also look easy to move on from things too. Like, you don't really harbor on things like for too long. I'm sorry. I'm kind of hungry. Or I don't really know if I'm that hungry, but I kind of think it's starting to get to me that I'm not like eating all day. So I'm trying to get back into the habit of eating something before the day is over with, so that I don't, end up dehydrated again. So we have, just because your parents, yeah, what the hell? I feel like all of these came out like in the last, I'm not sure. I know this one came up, and I know this one came up in another air sign reading that I did last night. Just because your parents effed you up in some way, shape, or form doesn't mean you need to continue on that train wreck. So To me, that is, again, going back to, you know how to, you still treat people with respect and compassion and love, even though other people have messed you over, whether it was your parents or whoever. Um, yeah. So you just have respect for people, and you give people chances. I do feel like, so if somebody does get the heat from you, it's because they started it for the most part. That's what I feel. People feel, and that's the energy I feel radiating from you too. Okay. Um. So. Okay. So I'll pause to get this deck. And it was on the table, but I didn't. I'd have to reach too far to get it. Retreat. We got. Didn't we have nature in here too? Retreat, and where is nature? Or am I losing it? Yeah, different deck. I was looking for it in this deck, but you got a lot of nature here. Retreat. I feel like people feel, and it goes back to the loneliness card too, because I feel like people feel that you just are, you enjoy time alone. Like, it's not even just that you may be lonely, you feel like you may be lonely, or people feel like you may not have anybody in your life, but you enjoy this. It's therapeutic for you. It helps you stay grounded, and it helps you manifest and prosper too. And I feel like some of you may even have like a whole process to where you're just relaxing and doing some healing and just enjoying your time by yourself. It's it's okay to do that. It's actually very healthy. Now, I'm an introvert anyway, so me being by myself is not like something that I'm gonna cry over if I had to end up by myself. But I mean, yeah, heartbreaks suck. So I mean, hopefully, that doesn't happen, especially anytime soon. But generally speaking, I don't feel like I have to have to be with anybody for the most part. You're that mindset of, I don't have to have. If I have you, it's because I want you. It's not because you have to be there, type of thing. So, and this, I grabbed the wrong one. All right. So, wow, more nature. So people feel like you're a very nurturing person, charismatic. I feel like you pay attention to detail, so very observant. The flow, going with the flow. You're more in the present. You're not, even though you do have this here, this Three of Swords, you're more a person that goes with the flow. I don't feel like you force yourself to heal. You do heal on your own time like everybody else does, but I feel fast motion here, so I don't feel like you don't force yourself. It just comes naturally to you to just get over stuff. Like, of course, you'll have your thoughts and feelings and opinions, but at the same time, you don't stay stuck on it very, very long. Once you do move on from it, you don't go back to it, type of energy. And I'm going to do one more. And I knew a chakra. I was about to say third eye chakra. You did get a chakra card, but it's the heart chakra. So, yeah. You're very loving. Again, I feel like energy of I want and not that I have to have type of thing with you guys. And it's coming out here in this throat chakra card, or heart chakra. So maybe I did say talkative earlier, so maybe that's why I just said that. But or it could just be me being ditzy. But so yeah, you can work with the throat. Oh my god. I might as well just tell you now. You can work with the throat chakra. Surrounding yourself with the color blue, wearing the color blue. That's just one of the quickest, well, not necessarily the quickest ways, but one of the more easier ways, I guess. And then heart chakra green. Yes, I know people would rather it be pink or red. I get it. It makes sense that way. Why it's green, I don't really know, to be honest, but it's green. Um, yeah. You're a person with a heart of gold. Again, despite the trials and tribulations you've had to go through. And I'm going to say this. I feel like your energy is also very captivating. And I feel like this is why. Because you're in the flow of the things. It feels like it comes very natural to you, and people like that you don't have to force your energy onto them. They just naturally like you. Okay. All right. So you've got block out distractions. Okay. So your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention, so it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. So back to the retreating message that I was talking about before. Kind of goes back to this. You do this, you block out distractions again. You probably don't contact anybody, or maybe immediate family or something like that, but like you just sit in your own little world and just it. And this is a healthy type of thing. I don't feel like it's one of those ones where you're depressed and all of that. This is for your own sanity. um so you already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. So like I said, once you move on, once you block something out, you don't go back to it until it's time. Or again, like if this is a person or like a negative situation or something that you've mentally let go of and you have moved on from, you don't go back, is what I feel people feel. And I feel like that's your energy, not just what they feel, but that's you. And that's the same thing as me for the most part. Once I do, yeah, it might be hell moving on the process, but once I do get over it, yeah, it's a wrap. Trust me. Yeah. So yeah, you're just very good at blocking things out, pretending like they never happened, type of thing. And in this case, I feel like that's a healthy version, not, you know, you like avoiding problems that need to be fixed, but more like you're only, you know, keeping things in that allow you to prosper in some type of way, or that give you some type of consistent flow of maybe like positivity or just good energy. Everything that's negative, you just don't even, you're like, I don't have time for it, you know. But again, there are days you got time, because I feel like I do, like I said, you snap back, you do clap back very well. So um but yeah, so that is the end of this reading. It's actually ended up a little bit longer than the other air signs that I did. I feel like it's because I kept stopping to eat and then I kept, you know, rambling too much. But you know, sometimes my rambles are for people, you know, to listen to. It's a way of channeling. Sometimes when we ramble in these readings, there's a message in those ramblings. So um yeah. So anyways, love and light to you guys. Please like, subscribe, share if you feel inclined to, if you are in the position to do so. um yeah, so if you would like private readings or anything like that, contact information, also again the independent decks that I'm using, including mine, will be listed in the description box below. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love and light.